Hey, you can actually change your eye shape and proportions of your face just using makeup. Same eyes, but two completely different looks. Over 1 million views. Alright, eye primer. This step makes such a difference. Eye primer does two main things. First, it evens out the color on your eyelids, so your eyeshadows look cleaner and more vibrant. Second, it keeps everything in place. No creasing, no fading throughout the day. I'm applying just a tiny amount, and I also like to apply a bit underneath the eyes and even around the T-zone, go over the pores, and it helps lock everything in place and keeps the shadows from creasing, especially in those tiny folds around the low lash line. Now let's talk about the waterline and tightline, but first lips. We need to change a little bit our proportions of the face. We will focus on the middle part of the face and the low part of the face. I actually love that natural contouring color. By the way, have you ever tried the lip contouring technique? I hope yes. And you just apply your perfect shade and blend it out with a small brush. And remember, small line, small element, small brush. That's the golden rule, and we'll be coming back to that rule pretty often actually. Usually I go for a light brown pencil on the waterline, since my features are more low contrast. I mean pale skin, white hair, light eyes. If you have this pencil color available in the store in your country, just run for it. Today I want you to really see the difference between the two eye shapes and the proportions of the face. Let's start with that. And then add black color. It makes the contrast stronger, so you can clearly see how placement changes everything. For everyday looks, you can always go for a softer shade. I love this pencil from Chanel. This color is just perfect. Not too gray and not too warm. It's that ideal cappuccino tone that makes your eyes look brighter and more defined without being overdone. Add to the low lash line and blend. And from the other side, apply and blend. Now, let's focus on the low winged eyeliner side. And if your wing just isn't winging, this one's for you. Honestly, this might be the easiest winged eyeliner tutorial on the internet, so watch it closely. Apply shadows along the low lash line, find the center, see that place? That's where we will focus the intensity. And the lash line itself should be the darkest part, and then blend it seamlessly into the skin to create a soft gradient. Gently swipe the pencil outward toward the temple, following the natural direction of the low lash line. And this is the hardest part of today's lesson, reshaping the eye. Let's take a quick break, or while you're blending, I'll go ahead and apply my lipstick. It's super comfortable to wear all day. A safe shade that doesn't emphasize imperfections, creamy and moisturizing. Just make sure to blend your lip liner and lipstick together. Don't leave any harsh edges. That would make the lip makeup look unfinished. Okay, after a small break, let's come back to the eyes. Make sure to choose one in a plastic casing. That means it's a gel formula, which is perfect for waterline. Avoid wooden pencils. They are wax-based and they tend to warm up and smudge instead of setting. Apply black pencil to your low waterline. This makes the eye appear slightly smaller and longer. Yeah, I know, but we will blend it. So when you reach the outer corner, extend it outward toward the temple. The key here is precision and control, of course, and you have to use small blending brush. Your line should look like a smooth continuation of your natural eye shape, almost like an optical illusion that elongates the eye. The same thing from the other side. Just switch to the upper waterline if you are more about rounded eye shape. And then let's add more depth to the lash line. I actually don't have a lot of open space to the lash line here because of my hooded lids. And this technique works great for more open areas. I will add mascara at the end, and it will help with my shape of the eyes. You will see it later. Once you have the shape, soften the outer edge just a little for a natural blend. Just swipe from side to side. And then gently add black pencil to the outer corner and blend just below the line. Find the point where your eye naturally ends and stop there. That's your perfect spot. Divide the length in half, and the first part of the applying pencil, the second for blending the edge. That's how you can still open up the eyes even while using black liner on the waterline. Don't blend it very wide. Focus on the gradient. Black liner blends with the brown shades, and brown pencil blends with the skin. So we create gradient, we create depth, semi-shade, and light. Gel texture is dry out very fast, so blend it fast, close the pencil properly. So take your brush and gently smooth the line connecting the wing to the lower lash line in one clean, continuous motion. And again, remember the golden rule. As I told you before, small detail, small brush. Grab a tiny blending brush, and this one's perfect, and use it to soften the edges. We'll start with the shade Bombshell, a dark purple matte shadows. I dab it to the back of my hand just to prevent appearing dark circles around my eyes after. I'm applying it from the inner corner all over the upper lid, and also I repeat it twice just to build up the intensity. From the other side, apply the same shade under the eye, right below where we placed the black pencil. This will help blend the next shade, our brown transition color. And this step is all about placement. Even small changes in where you apply shadow can completely change how your eye shape looks. Let's talk about the size and shape of the brush. I use natural bristles for powder textures, so they are designed for dry products. Synthetic brushes, on the other hand, works best with the cream and liquid formulas. I choose a flat brush for horizontal blending, and the thin pointed tip makes it perfect for creating that foxy eye effect. A fluffy blending brush with the long bristles is ideal for softening the crease and achieving that doll-like blend. So take a blending fluffy brush and pick up a matte dark brown shade. Hold the brush perpendicular to the lid and press it to the crease. Swipe from side to side. Apply it to both the inner and outer corners of the lid, and blending side to side more than just 5 times. More, just blurry lines. Following the natural curve of the eyeball, and inside that new shape, layer your shadows. This creates a beautiful contrast. The brow bone stays bright and open, while the eyelid is deeper and more matte, which makes the eye look rounded and fuller. And turn the brush to the other side. Grab light matte shade Caregiver and apply just in the middle of the eye and blend from side to side. Also, you may clean the space under the brow bone. On the elongated side, we'll start just above the black line at the outer corner and blend it toward the middle of the eye. You can go from light to dark, building that smooth transition. This technique is especially helpful if you are still learning your eye shape and where to place shadows. Grab the Caregiver shade with the same brush, just use the other clean side and apply the shade to those parts of the eyes which we haven't touched yet. From dull rounded side, it's low lid. From the foxy side, it's upper lid. Let's add some light to the makeup. I use a light highlighter and apply it with the same flat brush to the center of the eyelid. And this instantly makes the eye look bigger and more awake. Grab a fluffy brush. I use one with the natural bristles because it works like a sponge but more hygienic. The cuticles absorb the extra products inside, so you just can't build up a thick layer even if you really want to do it under the eyes. Doll eye create a soft curl under the eye, following the natural shape. The goal here is to clean and define the area, so remove any excess shadows. For the foxy eye, make sure to clean up the space right under the wing and create a line that's straight, not curved. You want to follow your natural lash line while leaving the outer corner slightly wider. That's what gives the eye that lifted, elongated shape and very smooth blending here. Geometry is everywhere here. Angles and proportions are what makes the look sharp and balanced. Now let's finish with mascara, which really completes the eye transformation. On the doll side, apply mascara evenly across all lashes, including the inner and outer corners. Swipe the brush slightly upwards, but keep it soft and fluttery. And this opens the eye and enhances the round, wide eye effect. You can also wiggle the brush at the base for volume and lift without changing the shape we create. Remove extra mascara from the last lash just to make your eyes shorter and more rounded. Don't ruin the illusion which we have already created. And on the Foxy side, apply mascara mostly to the low lash line and swiping them toward the temple and a bit more like doll-like effect. And you can see the proportions are changing. These finishing touches with mascara bring both eye shapes to life, making the contrast between Foxy and doll even more visible. The power of makeup. Next, let's talk about blush placement, which is super important for balancing the two eye shapes, right? Look at that cute packaging. By the way, these blushes are so pigmented, which is why I like to use a fluffy natural bristles brush to blend. I absolutely love it. Not just because it applies the product so smoothly, but also look at that perfect shape. It's rounded and naturally follows the contour of the cheek. It's anatomically designed, and the Japanese quality is incredible. Blends the blush just flawless without any harsh lines. On the Foxy side, focus on the lifting the cheek, and I usually apply along the cheekbone, keep it higher and more sculpted. Forget about blush in the center of the face here. Your guide is the outer corner of the eye, but let's be honest, 2 or 3 fingers, it all depends on your proportions, bone structure, even your fingers. Forget about everything what you probably see on shorts, just find your own bone, don't apply it to the apple of the cheeks. So, these blushes are so amazing. I have almost all of them. It's a truly neutral blush for me now. On the doll side, I apply the blush directly on the apple of the cheek. This makes the face look softer, rounder, and complements the open circular eye shape. And look at that crazy result. Oh my god, I can't even look at myself in the mirror. The difference is so obvious. One eye look lower and the other higher. It's insane. And this is the power of makeup in real life. If you have a little time to experiment, give it a try. It's the best way to see how makeup can actually change your eye shape and honestly, how fun the whole process can be. I'm using the eyebrow pencil from Benefit. On the Foxy side, keep the brow thinner, more elongated, and slightly lifted at the tail. I'm filling it in a bit darker than I usually do, just to make it more visible on camera. You don't have to do it exactly like this. For now, just focus on the shape. My brows are naturally pretty light, so sometimes the camera doesn't catch the important details, which is why I emphasize it a bit more just for demonstration. On the other side, make the tails shorter, slightly curved down and also down to the nose shade, and the overall shape softer and fluffier. Then set everything with a strong hold brow gel, thin and lifted on one side and fluffy on the other. Clean up underneath the brows with just concealer. Choose the light concealer shade to highlight and create a nice contrast between the brow edge and the skin below. Look at this. I just press the brush from both sides and tidy up the area. Simple, quick, and effective. And that's it for today's look. Try these tips, play with shapes. Same products, same brushes, 2 different moods. After watching these videos, you'll have all the tools to pick your favorite techniques and mix them together to create a look that's uniquely yours. See you soon. Bye!